10 Best Places to Visit in Portugal. Portugal is one of the oldest countries in Western Europe, and it's also one of the most recognizable. Beautiful beaches, historic towns and cities, seafood and Algarve. If you're planning a getaway, choose one of these 10 best places to visit in Portugal and experience what this country has to offer. Sintra, a town and municipality in the Sintra Mountains of continental Portugal, about 40 kilometers north of Lisbon. It is also part of the Aveiro district, but with a population density much greater than that of Aveiro. The town was originally called Santa Maria de Estói, Holy Mary's Estau, which means the Estau, or estuary, where boats can enter or leave, the same name as today. In 1256, King Sancho I granted it city status, making it one of the oldest cities in Portugal. Since then, it has been known simply as Estói or Estói. However, this latter name never caught on outside its local area, so most people continue to use Sintra instead. Coimbra. If you're looking for an old-world university city, Coimbra is the place to go. It's home to one of the oldest universities in Europe and has a rich cultural heritage that dates back more than 1,000 years. In fact, it even has its own UNESCO World Heritage Site. Coimbra was once called the Athens of Portugal because it was built on top of two hills so that they were visible from each other across a valley, similar to how Athens' Acropolis was visible from its surrounding plains. The university itself was founded by King Sancho I in 1199 CE. However, today's campus dates back even earlier than that, when it first started out as a monastery, which explains why there are so many beautiful buildings still standing today. Azores. The Azores is a group of 9 islands in the Atlantic Ocean, located about 1,000 kilometers west of Portugal. It's also an autonomous region within Portugal and is recognized as one of Europe's least visited destinations. While many people are aware of the fact that the Azores are part of Europe, few know that they're actually closer to Africa than they are to North America. They're actually about halfway between Cape Verde and Brazil. While this may seem like an odd place for tourists looking for sandy beaches and clear blue waters, it does have its benefits, namely beautiful scenery and friendly locals. Porto, a city in northern Portugal. It's the second largest city in the country, and its port has been an important one for centuries. It's also home to many universities, including the University of Porto, UP, and the Technical University of Porto, TU. Porto is famous for its port wine, which makes it an ideal destination for anyone who loves fine wines or wants to learn more about them. The city has over 20 kilometers of bike trails along its riverside promenade, known as Ribeira do Guincho, where you'll find restaurants serving local food dishes like oxtail soup. Lisbon. If you're looking for a place to party, the city has plenty of clubs and bars. If you want to relax on your own or with friends, there are plenty of restaurants and cafes. And if you want to go out with the family, there are also some parks and attractions that will keep everyone entertained. Lisbon's beauty lies in its diversity. There are many places in the city where you can enjoy the great outdoors, like Parque Eduardo VI, whose name means Eduardo VI Park, in honor of Portugal's former king, who reigned from 1910 to 1921. The park features beautiful gardens and a zoo with exotic animals such as pandas and tigers. If you're looking for something more urban by day, check out Belém Tower, which was built back in 1755 as part of Lisbon's fortification system during the Peninsular War, 1807 to 1814. It now serves as an observation point over the Tagus River, where visitors can see both sides of the river at once. Algarve. It's popular with tourists, and many visitors choose to spend their holidays here. The climate is warm, dry, and sunny all year round, so there are plenty of things to do during your stay in Algarve. The beaches of Algarve make it one of Europe's most popular summer destinations for holidaymakers from all over the world. There are also many golf courses located within this area, as well as other attractions, such as museums or castles, which can be found along their coastlines if you're interested in exploring further into this region by road or rail journey, respectively. Évora. It is one of the largest cities in Portugal, and it is a great place to visit. Évora has many historical buildings and monuments that are worth seeing. One of the best things about this city is that it has a lot of history, making it one of the best places to visit in Portugal. The city has a large cathedral that was built by King Alfonso Henriques in the 11th century. There are also many historic buildings, such as the Cathedral of Santa Maria de Briuguen and the Tower of Belém. There are also several museums in Évora, including the Museum of History, Art, and Archaeology, which contains some ancient Roman artifacts and Roman mosaics from Pompeii. If you enjoy history and want to learn more about it, then Évora is definitely one place you should visit while vacationing in Portugal. Óbidos. The town of Óbidos is located on the Atlantic coast of Portugal, about 100 kilometers south of Porto. This small town has a lot to offer in terms of culture, history, and natural beauty. The best way to explore Óbidos is to go on a walking tour around its center and along its beaches. You will have plenty of time to stroll through this quaint little town while enjoying fantastic views all along the way. There are also many other things to do while you're there, such as hiking or fishing on the nearby river that flows into the Atlantic Ocean. Guimarães. It is a charming city in the north of Portugal, which is home to many beautiful buildings and monuments. Guimarães is also known as the City of the Seven Hills, or the City of the Seven Churches, because of its magnificent medieval architecture. Guimarães was an important Roman city, and later it was occupied by the Moors until 1383, when it became part of Portugal again. The city has a rich history, and many historical monuments from this era still stand today, like the Temple of Christ, the Baptistery, and St. Martin's Cathedral. The historic center offers numerous touristic attractions, including museums, churches, and palaces that are worth visiting during your stay in Guimarães. Madeira Island, a Portuguese island in the Atlantic Ocean, about 350 kilometers off the coast of Morocco. It's the largest of the Portuguese Atlantic islands, and its main town, Porto Santo, is famous for its wine production. The island has mild climate and unique flora and fauna, which make it worth visiting if you want to see something different from what you normally see on other parts of Portugal or even Europe. The reason why I chose this place as one of my top places to visit in Portugal is because it has so much natural beauty that not only makes you feel good, but also makes me feel like I am actually living in some kind of paradise while at this place, which gives me more motivation to go back there again someday soon. Portugal is an amazing place to visit, especially when you are looking for an outdoor adventure or something different.